Hello, my peepers. Welcome to a new episode of A Color and Chat. Yep, that's all we're doing today. I'm not calling out numbers or colors of what I am using. This is a buddy color that I am doing with my beautiful friend Lisa Gadberry and the lovely Laura Malone. Lisa said that her and Laura were doing this buddy color, and I said I hadn't colored in that coloring book yet. I'll have to do that. And so Laura said absolutely, so I'm joining in with them. And they had already chosen this page, which is Sea Turtle Mermaid. And I'm going to use my Copic Chow skin tones for the skin. And I'm using my, what am I using? My Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. They've been getting a lot of love lately. So let's start with the skin tone. And I am going to, do I want the brush or the broad tip? I think we'll go with the broad tip. I was answering comments this morning from my last video, and Strawberry Fields, you asked me a question, but when I went to go reply to it, I could not find your comment. So if you are watching this, you asked where I got my pretty bracelet. I made the bracelet. I have all kinds of supplies to make jewelry, and I was doing it to sell. And I had a Facebook page to sell my jewelry on, but it really wasn't selling. And I think I had it also, I had put it up on Etsy and I didn't sell anything. So, and my prices were cheap because I get my beads in bulk. And so I didn't charge a lot for them, but my close friends and my family were buying my jewelry, but that was it. So I have everything to still make jewelry. I was making bracelets, necklaces, and earrings. I also make scissor fobs. For those that cross stitch, they know what those are. So yeah, I used to do that. Still have everything. I wear my jewelry. I have that bracelet actually has a matching necklace, but I wasn't wearing the necklace yesterday. But Sundays I used to sit at home. I think it was Sundays. In the morning, and I would just, before color tube, of course, because I didn't know about color tube and I wasn't coloring then. I used to sit and make at least 6 pieces of jewelry, and then I would cross stitch the rest of the day. I started out doing that when I joined a jewelry making class at my local Michael's. Well, it's like 25 minutes away, local for me. And I loved it. I learned how to make different kinds of jewelry. And so I started making jewelry. And I still have a whole bunch of it made. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I had asked the one that taught me the classes at Michael's if she was interested in buying my supplies, and she wanted me to send pictures, but I have so much that it would have taken me forever, you know, and I would have just brought it all with me and met up with her somewheres. And then she said, well, why don't you join me in a craft show and sell what you have made? And I said, I don't want to do craft shows. That's why I was selling it to family and friends and doing it online, because craft shows are very expensive and you sit there for hours and sometimes you don't sell anything. Trust me, I know. I've done them with my cross stitch. My mom used to make jewelry and I did cross stitch, and we would share a booth. And they were a lot of fun. I met a lot of nice people, but it's a lot of work. And I just got to the point where we didn't want to do that anymore. We were spending more on paying for the table space than what we sold. We used to set up at schools, festivals, arts and crafts shows at like fire departments. So it was fun, but it's also costly. So I did not do it again. So when I did the jewelry, what I wanted to do was do home parties where it was cash and carry. So whatever was made, that's what you would get. And if I would bring my beads with me, and you could pick out what you wanted me to make. But yep. Okay, that's it. Letting that dry. Let's see. I wanted to do this page a little differently than I normally do, because I normally don't, excuse my reach, how rude of me. I normally don't do a base of markers and then go over with pencils, and I decided to do that this time. So I have my Cali Art markers. There's the blender. Someone said that it had a blender in here. Actually, maybe there's two. I don't know. There's two. I don't know what they are. Oh, let's see. I know I want to do this green, but he's green, so I want to do them different kinds of green. So let's go in with this color. It's a greenish yellow. We're going to do her top. So, how is everybody today? And what are you coloring? I had worked on a mandala and finished that yesterday using only gel pens with the lovely Zoe because she's doing a gel pen challenge. So I did that, and I wanted to do a mermaid picture for Mermaid from Deborah Muller's group and Ann Hatfield's channel. So I have the Chubby Mermaid coloring book by Deborah Muller. So I worked on that and finished that a little while ago. And I also used Crayola pencils on it for a budget-friendly challenge on Reading with Pug's coloring group on Facebook. So I killed a couple things with one stone, you know. That was fun. Yesterday we finally hit low 80s and it was just a little too warm for me. I was just sitting here coloring and sweating up a storm. Okay, I see her hand there. So let's go in and do that. And the turtle. Let's do a different green for the turtle for base coat. I think we'll do this. Oh, that's a little bit darker than I thought it would be. That's okay. It's okay. So today's Thursday. It is about 12:30 in the afternoon. Why do I have to keep going out of the lines? Pisses me off. Not really, but it makes me upset. And I took my time there. And I really can't get in here anymore, so we'll have to use pencils. And let's get this one for his shell. So, yep, that's what I've been doing. And then I have today off. I had yesterday off and today. So yesterday I got my nails done. And then I babysit for the next 3 days. So this morning I worked out, which is just dancing around my family room with music playing. And I did about 5 minutes with my hand weights for my upper arms. Well, probably for my whole arm, but I really want to work on my upper arms. Okay. This will look better once I get some pencil down on it. No, Anne makes it look so nice with blending with the skin tone. So, sorry about that. I forgot to leave my phone in the other room again. That's Lisa. Her and I chat all the time. So I watched some videos today as well while I was coloring. I watched Anne. She was talking about her Mother's Day with her child and was asking what kind of gifts that our kids gave us for Mother's Day. And she was talking about giving birth to Aaron, which is her son, which I'm sure you understand that. Shouldn't have had to explain that one, but yep. So she was asking questions about that, and I did not have any pain pills or an epidural or anything with my boys. They both were born in a hospital, natural. My water did not break with either one of them.
Interrupt what you're watching right now to bring you this exciting story.
Sorry about that. My phone never rings, and it was an unknown number, so I did not answer it. Yeah, I say that a lot, don't I? With Justin, I was in labor for like 2 hours, and I pushed for like 20 minutes. By the time I had asked for anything, they said that it was too late. I could not have anything. With Dylan, I was in hard labor for about half an hour, and I pushed for like 5 minutes. I had really easy deliveries. My doctor told me not to tell my friends because that is not normal. So I'm like, okay. As far as Mother's Day gifts, you know, nothing really stands out. I know the boys always made me things in school. They did that in school for elementary school for Mother's Day and Father's Day and Christmas. I know Scott would give them money if they didn't make me something. Even if they did make me something, he would give them money and take them shopping. And a lot of times they got me like flowers. I love roses. Or books, because I was always reading. I know when Justin got a little bit older, he had bought me, he thought they were wine glasses. They're gorgeous, but they're really champagne flutes. And he didn't know that. He didn't pay, you know, and Scott just let him get what he wanted. And he used to babysit as a teenager for the pastor's son. Until she moved. She ended up moving away. But the little boy loved Justin and didn't like anybody else to babysit for him. So he always had a little bit of money, and so he gave money for Scott that year. I got the wine glasses and had asked him to pick me up a bottle of wine. Always someone. Probably nobody important. So yeah, Dylan, he would make me things. And a lot of times Dylan would make up these cute little packets of paper, and it would say good for one free foot massage, good for whatever. He always did little things like that. And because I love my feet massaged. So yeah, he would make those for me. Well, I don't know who called. They didn't even get to the answer machine, so it wasn't important. So yeah, that's what Ann talked about. And Melissa M. was live this morning for a while. So I watched her. I forgot what she was coloring in. I know she colors beautifully though. So I watched her this morning. She had been in a car accident yesterday, but she was okay. She said she was hurting today, and I'm like, well, yeah, because your adrenaline is running when you get in an accident, so usually the next day that's when you're hurting. And I watched Zoe Archer today. She was doing a color by number. Those don't interest me too much, though. Those and those lines and dots that are out there now. Just, I don't know. Just not interested, I guess. I'm just doing a really light layer through here because it already has the marker. So just enough to give it a little bit. Just light. So, and then Dylan had taken yesterday off from work to go shopping for a new truck. He doesn't drive far for work. His truck's been having to put a lot of work into it. It's an old truck. Got an old Chevy Silverado. So he was going to look to see about leasing a truck instead. So he said he got a Dodge pickup truck, and he was picking it up this morning. So I am happy for him because he needs a decent vehicle for work. Sometimes his wouldn't start, and so he'd end up taking my car to work. And he is a mechanic. He does work on his truck, but it's gotten to the point where, you know, he's having to replace a lot of things in it. So it was time. So I don't know if he's going to stop here today so I could see it or wait till I get there to babysit. Tomorrow. So Scott said he was jealous. Scott really needs his truck. He has a Chevy. I think his is a Silverado as well. And it's a 4x4. And it's paid off. He has over 200,000 miles on it. Once in a while he has to stick money into it. You know how that goes. They get older. So he does need a new truck, but he wants to make sure that, you know, he's staying at this job he's at, this new job, which he does like a lot. It's very much laid back than his last job, and he works for a union. Just have to wait to get health insurance. You know, he has to be there for 3 months. It's starting to get warmer out. The sun's not as shiny today. It looks like it could rain. Today I was looking out the bathroom window and there was a Baltimore Oriole. We get them, but we don't see them that often. And the last couple of years when I've put the Baltimore Oriole feeder out, I didn't get any to the feeder. So, but it was at the regular bird feeder, which I didn't know Scott bought bird feed. I'm like, oh, there's birds on the feeder. And then I got looking at it going, oh, it's got food in it. We always have suet feeders going up around the house, especially by the windows so the cats can watch them. Because that's what the vet recommended. The cats get bored. Because I have one that cleans herself constantly, and the vet's always told me when my cats are like that they get bored, they need stimulation, and mine are indoor cats except for the one. And she told me put feeders up around the windows. So in the summer I have a hummingbird feeder that hangs directly down in front of the big picture window. And the hummingbirds know that the cats can't get to them. And I had done some research on the hummingbirds because when they come back, they hover in front of my windows looking at me. Like, okay, we're back, where's the food? And it does say that you will get the same hummingbirds every year. And that's why you don't need the red food dye. So I make my own hummingbird food with just sugar and water. And I do not add food coloring. And trust me, they don't need it. Some summers, we have a big hummingbird feeder, and some summers Scott has had to fill it every day. Normally we have to fill it every other day. That's how many hummingbirds we have. And we just have the ruby-throated. That squeaking noise is the door. We have a cross breeze going on right now, which is perfect. Scott must be home. So I think today will be a beautiful day. Maybe I'll go sit out on my swing and read my book for a little bit. Before I color some more. I don't know. There's that. I like it. We'll get some more shading in there. What time do we have? 34 minutes. Go in here, do a little bit. Just going to color these little ones in. So, Amber was texting me last night, and she's going to be taking an exam to see if she can get into the program to be an LPN. So I think she does that like a night school. Or online classes. I'm not sure. I will have to ask her when I see her tomorrow. I know she really likes it where she's working. Well, I am going to cut this video short. Just a little fun color and chat, see what you're all up to. Next week starts our color along in Hidden Paradise. If you're in my Facebook group, go check out the announcement that's in the pinned post and go vote on what pictures you would like to see me do for the color along. Don't forget to hit that like button, as it does help this channel. And if you're not subscribed, please click that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. But I will chat with you all later, my peepers. Bye-bye.